Hi everyone, welcome to Party Chats. I'm your host this week, Ashley Dye. Joined, as always, two faces you're familiar with, Dan Gilbert and Matt Southwell. If you're not familiar with Party Chat, it's our show from TGI every Wednesday where we discuss a topic, we give our opinions, and we convince Matt that his opinion is not always right. This week, gentlemen, I thought it'd be good just to get around the table and talk about this obsessional, or maybe not so obsessed, with trophies and achievements. So trophies on the PlayStation and achievements on the Xbox. Now, before you were really sort of into the PlayStation, you were historically, you've always been very Xbox.
Well, sidetracking completely away from the topic first, but I was PlayStation, but then I moved to Xbox. So PS2, PS3 era, I was Xbox.
Okay.
And I've returned home, as it were.
Because I mean, going back, I've always been very much PlayStation and always trophy focused, very trophy focused. And I thought it'd be just good to know, I always play a game in that I always look at what do I need for that platinum trophy, and that's always one of the first things to do once the game goes in.
Why?
I don't know.
That's kind of what we're going to discuss now.
I don't know.
Why?
It is.
Why?
I think so, yeah. And I just wanted to get an idea from both of you as to what your opinions are on trophies and achievements. Mainly trophies, really, because I can relate to that a bit better.
But they're the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't care so much for achievements. But
as someone that's actually come from Xbox, I would agree that I think the trophy system is better than the achievement system, because it kind of, you have that disparity between mini achievements, as in your bronzes, your bigger achievements in the game of your golds, and then the ultimate achievement of completing the game, as in, i.e. the platinum. The elusive platinum, of which I am up to double digits, so I'm catching you.
You're catching me.
Apparently I average 0.32 trophies per day, according to PSN profiles.
He's got the stats out.
Well, I just want to have a quick look,
Dan?
Yeah?
What's your opinion on trophies?
Well,
where do you stand?
I don't play the game for them. As in, if I get them while I'm playing, it's like, oh, trophy popped. Cool. And move on. As in, I don't care about the end product platinum. I really don't.
Who invited this guy?
Hey,
how can you not
You
care? How can you not care?
Well, I was very much of the same opinion as Dan. I always used to just play games, and I played it for the love of the game. I didn't need anyone telling me that I was doing a good job. We're obviously much more secure than you. You obviously need someone to reassure you that you're doing a good job.
This is the thing I don't like about how trophies and achievements have come about. It's basically come as a product of a generation of constantly needing the pat on the back, being told they're doing well, and being given a certificate for participation.
No.
That's exactly what it is.
No.
It is. You get them for just doing little things. It's like, well done, you managed to get to the end of level 1.
Can I
But I will see. I'm very much basically going to be like that guy that kind of just moves to either side of a battle depending on who's winning. So, because I've been on both sides of the fence.
He's basically Italy in this.
Maybe France. A little bit Italy.
Anyway,
yeah. So there is something about getting that trophy that's really difficult to obtain. For me, I've only been doing trophies basically the past year since I got my PS4, which was in March. It's basically been pretty much a year to the day. And my hardest trophy was the drinking social lubricant trophy in Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
And that was so fucking hard. But the satisfaction, I physically hated the game at this point, I should say. This trophy, I was like, this is stupid. I'm not enjoying myself now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, look at Dan disapproving. He's like, what are you doing? But when I finally got the trophy, the satisfaction, it's the equivalent of almost like beating that final level.
Yeah.
I'll
step in and agree with you totally. I think for me, that is exactly what it's about. For me, it's not about getting that reward and pat on the back. It's about knowing that I've sort of perfected a game and that I've got the really... Okay, the easy bronze trophies I don't really care so much about. It's those really hard gold ones. It's It's beating the game on, you know, the ultimate difficulty. It's doing these little quirky things that are just so difficult to do. I mean, my hardest platinum was Tiger Woods, the Masters game, and that took me well over 100 hours to get the platinum, and I hated the game. I hated having to put it in the console and play it.
But do you not think that's too far?
But I needed
this is why I
25
think-
hole-in-ones, and I was up to something like 4. And I got every other trophy, and all I needed was like another 21 hole-in-ones. Do you know how many holes and rounds of golf and hours I had to play to get 21 hole-in-ones?
Why didn't you just?
This is why you have a problem.
Yeah.
Like, if you reach the point where you're physically hating the game,
It's being
then
a-
it's clearly not worth playing anymore.
I thought you said that you weren't going to play any more golf games after that game because you hated it so much. Or is it not going to go for the platinum anymore because you hate it?
I probably won't go for the platinum on a golf game. I mean, if the Rory McIlroy game comes out this year, then I probably will get it. But going for the platinum is probably out of the question because Tiger Woods really did. Yeah,
Could you have not just? I'm sorry to kind of like rain on your parade here, but could you have not just found the hole that was maybe like the easiest and just kept retrying that hole every time?
No.
Why did you
no.
have to play a whole round?
I played the par 3 course at Augusta, and I just played, so it was 9 holes, all par 3s.
Okay.
And I just kept playing that and playing that and playing that, and I just couldn't do it. Different spin, different wind direction, I just tried everything. And it's a lot harder than you think, and it took me just so long. But anyway, I think for me, it is. I mean, I am so keen on getting those platinum trophies. I'm up to 13, I think.
Okay. So I am catching you.
You
That's
are
good.
catching me.
So you've had how long? When did you get your PS3? 2007, 2008.
8.
So I've done almost in 1 year what you've done in 7 years.
I know. That's because I kind of took my foot off the gas a bit. But you've been very, to be fair, there was one game you played. You've got a platinum for that. You only had to play through the game.
Actually, I've got 2 of those because I did it on Vita and PS4.
There you go. See, that's not...
Still, platinum's platinum. Platinum is platinum. In terms of like a trophy war and stuff, then yeah, I mean, I suppose it is kind of like, it is a way of almost like being, not just necessarily the rewards, like kind of like you say, the self-assurance of like, well done, you're doing well, but it is, I suppose it's almost like a pride thing, or like kind of like a showcase thing, like look,
showcase, yeah.
Look what I was able to achieve.
Look what I have created.
Well, no, but like, look, I've just done what only 1% of the people in the world have been able to. It's a different form of almost leaderboard. It's like,
it's basically an online bragging system, really.
it is, yeah, it is. Of course it is.
Yeah.
And there are some people out there that literally will only play games that they know they can platinum because they want to have that like 100% completionist. And I kind of understand it. I've been on both sides of the fence, and I think I actually enjoy the whole trophy hunting more than the not trophy hunting, because it does add that extra dimension to a game.
It does.
But, and we have talked about this before, I'll only bother pursuing it for something that I believe to be reasonably attainable without having to go way beyond what I'd want to do in a video game. Like The Last of Us I would never do because of the amount of online stuff that is required, and it's just...
Yeah.
The online mode's actually quite fun, but I don't want to have to do 40 hours of it. So it's just like... Nope.
I know. I mean, I think generally, I know Dan would agree with me here. You want to... Primarily, you buy a game to play the game, to enjoy the game, the story, the characters, and really not focus on, you've got to kill X many people with that weapon and how many people have got to kill with that weapon. And yeah, I think you should play the game, and I will always play the game to enjoy the game, and then tidy up any trophies or whatever afterwards through a second or third playthrough. So I do. I'm not saying that trophies are everything, but to me they are a big part of the game, and they are an add-on, if you like, to the game itself.
The one thing I'll admit they do well is that they tend to drive people out to see the side stuff of the game, like the little the quirky stuff, the things that are in there that you might miss otherwise. That is the one thing I will say. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look at GTA 4.
They do make sure people see a lot more of that game than they might do.
GTA 4
I accept
200
that.
pigeons.
Yeah,
you know.
But when it gets to things like that, I think sometimes these things they overstep the mark way too far.
There are. I mean, there are some which are just...
There are some. I mean, I was talking about that Social Lubricant one the Watch Dogs decided to get back to it again, but just because of so many people on the internet were complaining about it, that Ubisoft eventually patched it to make it easier, which really pissed me off because I'd done it. And then when they patched it, made it easier. And now I just noticed here, like, now 11% of people have the platinum in Watch Dogs because that was the only difficult trophy. And then when I got it, I think 1.2% had that trophy.
Yeah.
Whereas like now it's easy. And like you said, I think you're never going too far unless if you're physically hating the game. I think that's very much on the edge. But the worst thing, and one thing I would never do, is I would never buy a game that I have no interest in purely because it's an easy platinum.
Yeah.
Would you ever do that?
No.
Okay. Well, then you're not too far gone.
No, I'm not too far gone. No, I mean I still buy games for joy, but then I'll look at the trophies and I'll know before I even start playing the game. Is this a game that I'm going to look to platinum or not? Have a look at some of the trophies. If there are some that are sort of like the online, I'm really not into the whole get to level 50 or level 100 on XP. I'm not down for those games.
What level are you on GTA?
91, 92?
Okay, so definitely not 100 then.
No, not yet.
But no, I think we're all kind of the same here on our opinions on online game, and maybe that's a topic actually we can have in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
about online games and how a lot of games are kind of forcing you to go online now.
Yeah,
and socialise with people that you don't want to.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Like they're using the trophy system to drive people
to explore,
to see things of that game.
Yeah, I think
because there are people like we said, like us. We don't really have an interest in doing multiplayer stuff outside of like our circle of friends, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But by putting trophies associated with it,
yeah,
they're making people go that way. Like
Far Cry did it.
I was gonna say Far Cry, like that's a prime example of that.
Uncharted do it as well.
That game. That is the one that I have done because it wasn't really out of my way to do it. Yeah. So I figured by the time I was done with the game, I might as well get that one because, like I said, I don't want to go out of my way forever.
They're not difficult, and you can experience it without having to be.
But Far Cry, does make you at least experience all of the multiplayer stuff.
That was the perfect trophy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was. You've got to. Was it 5 missions of each thing or something?
No, it was just one round of each of the 3 different multiplayer types, and then you had to download and play a mission.
That's right.
Map thing.
Yeah, that was it.
And you could die straight away.
And you still got the trophy. But at least you got to see it.
That was good. That was good because
you get to
experience the trophy. You don't have to grind.
It was basically an hour of online play, pretty much.
Yeah.
If the servers work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. But yeah, I think games that do that. I think Uncharted did that as well, where you just had to do one game, a team game and an individual game or something, but you didn't have to do much. It was a kind of hour's work. You got to see a bit of the online, experience it, and you got your trophies. It wasn't grind away online, you know, like up against people that are ridiculously better than you.
Most people to me, to be honest. For as much as I love video games, you think I'd be good at them, but I'm not really.
We all do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah. It's a good topic, and I will beat you in the race.
In the platinum race.
I don't. Well, for it to be a race, does there have to be an end?
There's not really ever an end, is there?
There's not a race then, is it? Really, is it?
Surely the end will be when Sony ceases to exist.
Between now and death.
Okay. So that means if I kill you, I only have to get 4 more platinums to win.
No, is the end point of the race when the first one of you goes, or when the second one?
I guess when the first one goes, really, because it'd be unfair for the second person to have longer.
Well, that was my point. It's like,
but no, because then that means
if it's the second one,
no, that means Ash can kill me now and then be the winner, or like he'd kill himself and be the winner. It's a bit of an empty victory.
There's an idea. There's a downside to that, I'm sure. Anyway, that rounds it up for this week. Thank you all for watching. We'll be doing it again next Wednesday as ever, and don't forget as well, every Monday our regular show as well, normally about twice this long, which is our regular feature on news and items and games for the week. That's all from us, TGI. Matt, Dan, thank you.
Cheers, Ash. Thank you, Ash.
We'll see you next week.